Hai, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURFITRIANA ADILAH binti Abdurrahim. My ID student number is 2024553705. And I want to introduce my team member, which is AUDREY OPHEALIA, ID number 2024794955, and IFFAH HANNANI 2024539977, and Dayang NURFITRIANA 2024786227. We are from HRM433 Group 3. A safety and health at work is important procedure or element that can reduce employee illness and injuries during work. With poor working environment, it has a potential to affect workers' safety and health. In addition, with the multidisciplinary field concerned with the safety, health, and welfare of people that engage with work or employment. The objective is it aims to build a healthy and safety working environment by addressing the risk, preventing the accident, and promoting well-being. With some effort, it may reduce the hazard at work. A safe working place is not only benefit for workers or employees, but it also enhances productivity, reduce the absenteeism, and save costs that associated with work-related injuries and illness. My group and I choose Petronas as company reference. Petronas is a short term for Petroleum Nasional Berhad. The headquarters of Petronas is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is founded in August 17, 1974. It is a Malaysia fully integrated oil and gas corporation and operate under the Malaysian government. Its vision and mission is guided by its vision by progressive energy and enriching life for sustainable future. It core value of integration and professionalism. Petronas also involved in the full spectrum of the oil and gas industry, including exploration, extraction, refining, and distribution of petroleum. Let's discuss about accident in the workplace. An accident in the workplace can have a huge. So let's discuss about accident in the workplace. An accident in the workplace can have a huge impact on a business, such as loss of productivity, reduction of sales, and loss of morals. In addition, an accident is an event that may lead to injuries, deaths, or property damage. However, the accident in the workplace sometimes cannot be avoided. So there's a few causes or factors that can lead to accident in the workplace, such as lack of training, poor standard of safety, lack of communication, and stress. So the first point is lack of training. The employee or worker doesn't know how to use machinery properly, so they can make a mistake that lead to injuries. So the company have to provide a proper training that tells instruction on how to use the machinery. And the worker must know what to do if an emergency and how to identify the hazard in the workplace, and then have to report it to the company. The second one is lack of safety equipment or failure to comply with safety regulation, that they don't have any proper PPE for workers. And then the third point is lack of communication, that can failure to report hazard or safety concern. Employees should be encouraged to speak up if they notice any safety issues and report them to the management. The last one is stress. The stress can cause employees to become distracted and tired, and it can increasing the risk of accident of the job. Because of high workload, unrealistic deadline that can cause workplace stress. So, how to handle it? The employer can reduce workplace stress by providing employee support, such as counseling services.
Assalamualaikum. My name is IFFAH and my matrix number is 2024359977. So, now I will like to discuss common occupational disease in the oil and gas industry, particularly focusing on those faced by the workers at Petronas. So, first of all, the respiratory disease are a significant concern. Workers are often too exposed to toxic gases and dust, leading to conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that is COPD, and also the asthma. These ailments not only affect on physical health but also impact the overall quality of life. Next, we have the skin disease. Handling chemical without proper protection can result in skin irritation and other serious conditions. The nature of our work make it crucial to be aware of this risk. Another critical issue is loss of hearing. Loss of hearing by long exposure to high noise level can cause the noise-induced hearing loss, which can be permanent if not managed properly. Specific in Petronas, chemical exposure is a serious hazard. Handling crude oil and associated chemical can have a long-term effect, including carcinogenic risks. Additionally, heat stress from working in high temperature can lead to heat-related illness. This will impact on workers that goes beyond physical health. These are also the psychological effect and emotional strain, leading to increased absenteeism and attrition rates. This is not just a workers' issue, it will also affect the productivity and morale across the board. To combat these challenges, we need to prioritize prevention. Regular safety training helps workers identify hazards and symptoms properly. The use of personal protective equipment, that is PPE, is vital in minimizing exposure to harmful substances. Moreover, the periodic medical checkup and health monitoring ensure yearly detection of any diseases. Adhering to a workplace safety practice is essential for creating a safe environment. In conclusion, protecting the health and well-being of our employees is paramount. By prioritizing prevention and safety measures, we can create a safer workplace at Petronas by ensuring a healthier future for all the workers. That's all from me.
Good morning. I will talk about ensuring a safe workplace. It is a safe workplace minimize risk of accident, injuries, and illness, ensuring that employee can work without health hazard. This can include proper ventilation, ergonomic design, safety protocol, and protective equipment. Benefit of safety and health program is to increase productivity, which a healthy workforce is more productive, as employees feel more comfortable and motivated. Secondly, cost saving, where minimizing workplace accident lowers in insurance costs and legal liability. Lastly, improve employee morale. Workers who feel safe are more satisfied and loyal to the company. For how to maintain or improve a safe workplace environment, first, the company needs to do a continuous monitoring as conducting frequent safety inspection to identify potential hazard. Next, updating protocol, where the company done some reviewing and updating safety protocol to align with industry standard and emerging risks. Other than that, employee involvement. Encouraging employees to participate in safety communities and share their insight on improving workplace safety. Lastly, innovation and technology, which implementing new technology like AI-powered sensor to monitor safety risks in real time. The advantage of safety measure is to reduce workplace accident, build a positive company image, and ensure compliance with legal regulation. However, on the other side, safety measures also got some disadvantages, such as initial investment in safety equipment, training, and audit can be high in cost, and some safety protocol may slow down productivity temporarily, like machines check. Challenge and risks that the company need to overcome. Firstly, resistance to change. Some employees may resist new safety procedure. Overcoming these require effective communication involving employee in decision making and demonstrating the benefit. Next, complacency. Over time, worker may become lax or safety protocol. Regular refresher training and safety campaign can help to combat this. Lastly, hazardous material. Certain industries like manufacturing or chemical plants carry inherent risks. Providing specialized safety gear and equipment along with throughout training and can
Assalamualaikum
reduce.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will be explaining about sexual harassment. Sexual harassment at work is defined based on the code of practice, which refers to sexual harassment as any unwanted conduct of a sexual nature, including verbal, non-verbal, visual, psychological, or physical harassment. The code of practice is an effort to combat sexual harassment in the workplace commenced by the Malaysian Ministry of Human Resources in the 1990s. This practice was created as a proactive measure to address the critical issue of sexual harassment within the work environment, including employees' well-being and productivity. Organizations need to understand the topic of sexual harassment and the safety and health at work, especially employers who must adjust and prevent such behaviors in the workplace. Firstly, the impacts. In addition to safety and health at work, sexual harassment can have serious consequences for an employee or the workplace entirely. To start off, sexual harassment would lead to a toxic work environment. While this act may affect the victim's overall health, it can also impact other workers. Any workplace with poor safety protocols is more likely to have an environment where harassment is more likely to occur. Co-workers may be irritated, defensive, depressed, or feeling angry, which forces them to work within an uncomfortable and hostile environment. Second, if there are no proper safety and health measures in the workplace, then employees may have doubt about their reporting system, such as being afraid that their complaints will not be taken seriously by their managers or individuals who have a higher power than them. This will cause their workers to seek employment elsewhere if they feel their safety is not prioritized. The victim may also be afraid that the consequences that need to be faced. This include avoiding reporting harassment issues, but fearfully believing that doing so could threaten their career security or personal safety. Thirdly, is retention and recruitment. As harassment in the workplace increases, the chances of it can lead to a higher turnover rate of employees. This makes it difficult for organizations to retain new hires and will eventually cost companies financially in the training and businesses as a whole. So, employee morale must be considered and adjust properly to work together to deal with the core issues of harassment that lead to staff turnover. Moreover, the business will have a daily impact on productivity, causing even the largest company to fall and eventually fail to cooperate. Even the smallest case of harassment incident will damage the company's image on various platforms. And then I will explain about solutions. One of the steps that should be taken by any company, such as Petronas, is to appoint a team to investigate the complaints of sexual harassment and recommend appropriate actions if evidence of misconduct is found. Having a working team responsible for dealing with the issues can reduce delays in handling complaints and prolong emotional distress for the affected employee. The company commitment of taking the company commitment to taking the complaint seriously can gain employees' trust and address the problem in a fair and transparent manner. However, Petronas has also prioritized educating and training for employees on the negative consequences of sexual harassment. For example, implementing a mandatory training program that aims to raise awareness about the constitutes of sexual harassment. This will empower employees to recognize any act of sexual harassment and report it directly can create a vigilant workforce system. Creating awareness and monitoring employees' behaviors regarding sexual harassment can be taken proactively. Through ongoing monitoring and feedback mechanism, the company can address any concerning environment where all employees feel safe and valued without being threatened by their colleagues. Lastly, Petronas actively promotes a positive work environment through various acts and policies. This includes establishing a positive support system for employees who experience or witness sexual harassment at work. This ensures that victims can safely approach assistance and report the incident directly. This which allows them to be comfortable while addressing their concerns without
Next, I
feeling
will
scared.
talk about violence at work. Violence at work referred to threat or actual harm between colleagues or from external party. It can take the form of physical assault, verbal abuse, harassment, or bullying. As for the challenges that company need to overcome, many employees may hesitate to report violence due to fear retaliation or believing that their complaint will be ignored. Lack of awareness about the constitute workplace violence can lead to underreporting and missed opportunity for intervention. This can be resolved by establishing clear, well-communicated zero-tolerance policy and procedure. Next, an anonymous reporting system should be available, and regular training on recognizing and responding to workplace violence should be provided to create an open and proactive safety culture. On how to maintain or improve a workspace with a violation, firstly, risk assessment regularly, reviewing and updating safety measures, ensure that protocol remain relevant and new threat or changing workplace dynamic. Second, training and supportive culture, continuous education on workplace safety and violence prevention, keep employee aware of proper procedure and how to react in dangerous situation. A workplace that encourages openness and inclusive is less likely to experience conflict and more likely to prevent violence. Lastly, employee involvement, including employee in safety discussion, foster a sense of ownership, making them more invested in maintaining a safe environment. Advantage of this violation preventing is a safer environmental, reduce the risk of injury or violent incident, creating a positive work atmosphere. Next, employee will feel more secure, leading to increased satisfaction and loyalty. With fewer incidents, company face lower risk of lawsuit or financial penalty. However, this violation prevention also have its disadvantages. Implementing security measures like CCTV, security personnel, or access control can be costly. Increase in surveillance may cause discomfort among employees, leading to concern about privacy or trust within the organization. As for prevention and management, the company needs to establish zero tolerance policy or workplace violence. Next, providing conflict resolution training. Other than that, installing security measures like surveillance and access control. And lastly, encouraging open communication and support system such as HR involvement and
I'll be explaining more about improving health of employees. Wellness program is a strategic term of effort to encourage a healthier lifestyle among employees. Healthy employees are individuals who feel satisfied, supportive, and are capable of thriving both personally and physically at work. Organizations that prioritize employees' health recognize that their staffs are not just labor inputs, but also individuals who each have their own personal demands. Firstly, employees' health is important. One of the reasons why is because employees' health determines productivity. Employees tend to be more focused and efficient in working on their tasks. Helping employees to have a healthier workforce environment generates fewer health costs and boosts employee engagement. If employees are healthy at work, they are less to take sick leave. For example, the health initiatives by Petronas reported that a decrease in absenteeism rates has contributed to smoother operations in their extensive global projects. Secondly, if companies begin to prioritize employees' health, then this can lower healthcare expenses for both employers and employees. During COVID-19, Petronas implemented measures to protect their employees' health while ensuring business sustainability through effective health and safety protocols. Petronas recognized the health challenges and offered support through various services and health resources to their staff as a way to help employees to cope with their stress, anxiety, and uncertainty against the pandemic. This is also important because it increases employees' morale and satisfaction. Employees who feel their well-being is prioritized can be more satisfied and loyal to the company. Hence, companies that focus on health contributes to a more collaborative and supportive workplace. Petronas, for instance, provides access to wellness programs and offers a range of other initiatives to promote a safe and healthy environment while avoiding any harm to their staff well-being. Next is challenges. One of the challenges faced by organizations when dealing with employees' health is self-awareness. This can lead to less motivation due to complacency in the workers' personal health. As a responsible employer, it is important to always keep motivating and persuading the employees to take care of their well-being. Among the technique of motivate the employees is by providing incentive rewards to those who actively maintain their safety and health. Next is working in chemicals industry like Petronas, for instance, are usually exposed to hazardous environments. Some working areas are exposed to chemicals or radio hazards. Employees who are exposed to toxic fumes too long can lead to serious health issues like skin conditions and even cancer. Not to mention, this will also affect employees' psychological impact like chronic stress and anxiety levels. One of the big oil company which focuses on chemicals, protective gear such as helmets, goggles, and suits are important to ensure employees are safe and comfortable. However, if companies do not acknowledge implementing the effort when dealing with employee safety, an employee may find it uncomfortable when wearing the protective gear. This can impact employee focus and efficiency during work. Even so, companies may also not regularly update or replace their protective gear before it is handed to the employee. Without constant checking on employees' equipment, the protective gear may be outdated and potentially lead to gaps in safety as older pieces of equipment are not able to provide adequate protection properly. Next is the impacts. If a company refuses to take actions or acknowledge the situation of their employees' safety and health seriously, then the company may face financial penalties, legal costs, and even imprisonment if they fail to prioritize employees' health and safety. When a company like Petronas neglected the safety of their employees, this can lead to a rise in workplace accidents and chronic illnesses, which may result in legal actions due to unsafe working conditions. Besides that, neglecting employees' health can lead to severe cases such as holding the company accountable for failing to protect employees' safety, which potentially lead to imprisonment of responsible parties for safety oversight. Another critical impact of neglecting employees' health is decline in productivity. healthy employees are generally more productive. If a Petronas employee is dealing with health problems from an untreated health issues, their ability to work can seriously decrease. Company image is closely tied to how it treats its employees. If Petronas were perceived as a media coverage having poor health conditions and safety practices for employees, it can damage the company's reputation and trust among consumers and investors. Finally, we can talk about strategies on improving health of employees. To create a healthier workplace environment, companies should implement effective strategies aimed to improving employees' health. By addressing the risk factors first and that a healthy work-life balance is important for employees' productivity, organizations should encourage flexible work arrangement by implementing effective health interventions at the workplace. Providing employees a flexible working arrangement can give employees the autonomy to balance their other commitments besides work. This also helps them to manage their time effectively. Secondly, companies should consider preparing healthier food options for employees. Providing a healthy meal in company cafeterias will determine their health, energy, and state of mind when working. Petronas promotes a healthy menu style for the employees. In doing so, employees are offered a variety of meal options that include the amount of proteins and nutrients intake needed to recharge their employees for the job. Besides that, safety training should be conducted as well. Doing ongoing safety training can ensure employees are aware of the basic practices and emergency procedures during work. An effective workplace safety training helps to prevent accidents or injuries on the job so employees will know how to act swiftly during critical times. Petronas performs a practical exercise and interactive training tools where employees are engaged in a hands-on training section, such as regularly conducting emergency drills, evacuation practice, and first aid training to allow employees to practice their response to various emergencies in a controlled environment. Overall, improving employees' health is employers' duty. To build a productive and engaging environment, companies such as Petronas need to recognize the issues faced by employees and implement effective approaches towards their workers' well-being.
So now, as we conclude, I want to highlight the significance of safety health in our workplace at Petronas. So, the health and safety of our staff are paramount. They are essential for fostering a culture of well-being and enhancing productivity, while also ensuring we comply with all legislation. Our commitment to safety is unwavering. This means that implementing effective health monitoring to identify risks early and support our team's well-being. We also prioritize the protective measure, from safety gear to robust protocols. These tools are vital in preventing accidents and ensuring everyone feels secure at work. Culturally, we emphasize safety as a core value. It's part of our daily practice and every team member plays a role in upholding this commitment. Finally, let's focus on continuous improvement. By learning from our experience and actively seeking feedback, we can enhance our safety practice and create even better workplace. Thank you for your dedication to making Petronas safe and healthy environment for everyone. That's all from us. Thank you.